Rain fell heavily the night Peter turned 18, the kind of rain that washed the dust from the air and left the streets of Abuja shining like polished glass. From the balcony of the Maxwell estate in Maitama, Peter stood alone, his hands buried in the pockets of his dark trousers, staring at the long stretch of road beyond the iron gates. Headlights from passing cars blurred through the rain, their reflections sliding across the wet asphalt like slow-moving stars. Inside the house, soft music floated from the living room, but Peter felt completely cut off from it, as though he were standing in a different world. He did not feel like celebrating. The house was full of people, family, friends, business associates, old acquaintances who remembered birthdays only when wealth was involved. Mrs. Victoria had insisted on keeping the gathering small. No loud music, no expensive entertainers, just a quiet evening with those who mattered. But Peter had slipped away from the noise, drawn instead to the rain, the silence, and the strange heaviness pressing on his chest. An hour earlier, he had been in the small study near his father's office when he overheard voices in the hallway. "It's Victor Brown," Mr. Howard was saying in a low, urgent tone. "He sold confidential information. He moved funds without authorization. By the time your husband discovered it, the damage was already done." Peter froze. "No," Mrs. Victoria whispered. "Victor would never do that. He's been with us for years. He's family." "I'm sorry, Ma," the lawyer replied, "but the documents are clear." Peter pressed his back against the wall, his heart pounding, listening as something inside him quietly began to break. Victor Brown, his father's closest business partner. The man Peter had called Uncle Victor since he was 10. The man who had sat at their table, laughed in their living room, promised loyalty again and again.